Well, getting this set up kind of put me off the idea, but I don't know if this is going to get posted or not. We'll see. Right now I'm doing my usual thing, messing with the camera. We're going to see if this is workable or not. Yeah, that didn't look too bad. I guess we'll stick with that. Actually going to film my reactions to today's news, to the news cycle that is currently going on. God, people, are we really this stupid? Come on, can you not see the crap? Sitting here watching the Jimmy Dore piece on the balloons. Did we all really just...
But now we get this from Joe Biden. Look at this. Biden...
totally freak out over a balloon? Heaven help the Macy's Day Parade, for God's sakes. Are you just children?
I'm Aaron Nate, sitting in for Jimmy Dore here with Misha Pollan. And let's talk about balloons, what Kurt Metzger calls balloonary sixth.
The balloon apocalypse of 2023.
Chinese
oh my
balloons and
God.
Chinese balloons entering U.S. airspace. So here is the headline from ABC News. U.S. Navy ends Chinese spy balloon recovery operation. And that is because the U.S. has recovered all the debris remaining.
How much money did we just spend freaking out over a balloon, people?
And, of course, after there were days spent freaking out about this balloon, then we got the word disclosed in the Washington Post that actually, this balloon didn't mean to come into the U.S. On purpose. It just came in inadvertently because of atypical weather conditions.
It's called wind. It's a balloon. It blows. Come on.
It very well just have been a weather tracking balloon.
That's part of the point.
Pushed into the U.S. by bad weather. But then there's more objects that appeared in North American airspace after the Chinese balloon. And that was these 3 unidentified objects shot down by the U.S. Over Canada.
I've already watched part of this, so I know where this is going.
Objects shot down by U.S. military. So you see one of them shot down over Alaska, then we got the Yukon, then we got Lake Huron, and over South Carolina. That
balloons! Oh my God!
That one in South Carolina, that was the initial balloon, the Chinese balloon. But now we get this from Joe Biden. Look at this.
But of course,
objects
the
shot
news
down
media didn't call it a balloon. Didn't call most of them a balloon. They called them UFOs.
Breaking the news.
Unidentified flying objects.
We don't yet know exactly what these 3 objects were. But nothing right now suggests they were related to China's spy balloon program or that they were surveillance vehicles.
Of course not, but they're going to put it in there, aren't they?
The intelligence community's current assessment is that these 3 objects were most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation or research institutions studying weather or conducting other scientific research.
Wait for it.
So there's the president. These new unidentified flying objects.
Unidentified flying objects.
Probably just conducting scientific research.
Wait for it.
And here's more from Biden.
All we know and all we learn. And I expect to be speaking with President Xi, and I hope we're going to get to the bottom of this. But I make no apologies for taking down that balloon. Thank you very much.
We took out the big bad balloon. Oh my God.
There's been criticism. There's been criticism that this wasn't. There's been criticism that this. Sir, Mr. President, there has been criticism.
Did
you overreact? Mr. President, there has been criticism that this was an overreaction that was done because of political pressure.
You can come to my office and ask the question. We have more polite people.
Mr. President, why have you chosen Poland?
So that's Biden. He makes no apologies for shooting down the balloon. What a tough guy. Wow,
he shot down a balloon.
Shooting down a balloon. It'd be good if someone could ask him, how about any apologies for blowing up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline? But of course, he's not going to get asked about that because the U.S. media doesn't want to cover that. Even though
actually the balloons are meant to distract from
just
that.
Exposed it. But we're learning more about
One of the
what
many
these new
things they're
objects
meant to
were after the initial
from.
Chinese balloon. And check this out. This is from Dave Brown. He's with Politico. Not pointing fingers, but an Illinois-based club of balloon enthusiasts says one of their balloons went missing in the Alaska-Yukon region the day before an F-22 shot a high-altitude object out of the sky over the Alaska-Yukon region. And this is the details. This is from Aviation Week. Hobby Club's missing balloon feared shot down by the U.S. Air Force. This is what Aviation Week reports. A small globe-trotting balloon declared missing in action by an Illinois-based hobbyist club on February 15th has emerged as a candidate to explain one of the three mystery objects shot down by four
One of the three
heat-seeking
mystery
missiles
objects shot
launched by
down
US
that we
Air
spent
Force
money
fighters
to
since
shoot
February
down.
10th. The club,
We
the
shot.
Northern
We
Illinois
spent
Bottle
how
Cap
many
Balloon
millions of
Brigade,
dollars
that's
to shoot
NIBBG,
down a
is not
fucking
pointing fingers
balloon
yet.
club balloon?
But the circumstantial evidence
Seriously?
is at least intriguing. The club's silver-coated party-style Pico balloon reported its last position on February 10th at 38,910 feet off the west coast of Alaska, and a popular forecasting tool, the Hisplit model, projected the cylindrically shaped object would be floating high over the central part of Yukon Territory on February 11th. That is the same day a Lockheed Martin F-22 shot down an unidentified
How much
object
did we
of a
pay for
similar
that
description and
jet?
altitude
How much
in
did
the
we
same
pay to
general
fuel it
area.
and send it
There
out
are
to shoot
suspicions
down a
among
fucking
other
kid's
prominent
balloon?
members of the small Pico
Hobby balloon.
ballooning
I don't
enthusiast
care.
community,
It's a
which combines ham radio and high altitude ballooning into a single, relatively affordable hobby.
It's an
I tried
affordable
contacting
hobby.
our military
It's something
and
poor
FBI
people can
and just
do,
got
and
the
we
runaround
just spent
to try to
thousands
enlighten
of
them what a lot
dollars
of
to
these
shoot
things
it
probably
down.
are. And they're going to look not too intelligent to be shooting them down, says Ron Meadows, the founder of Scientific Balloon Solutions, a Silicon Valley company that makes
God,
purpose-built Pico balloons for hobbyists, educators, and scientists. So they tried to warn them. They tried to reach out. There were whistleblowers saying, "Hey, you're just shooting down some recreational balloons." But apparently, our national security state was too busy spending millions of dollars flying Air Force jets to shoot these things down. The descriptions of all three unidentified objects shot down February 10th to 12th match the shapes, altitudes, and payloads of the small Pico balloons, which can usually be purchased for $12 to $180.
I think the government owes those people their money back
So
on
how many
those
millions of
balloons.
dollars
We
is that
owe them a refund
for
for
each,
shooting them
balloon
down.
dollar,
So not only
that
did
these
we
things
waste the money
cost
to go
over
out and shoot them
that
down,
was my question.
we
How
now
much are
need
the
to lay out
missiles
more for the
that
balloons.
are used to shoot these down?
I mean, we're talking tens of millions of dollars here. We're talking a lot of money. And in fact,
Okay,
we have a
tens
little
of
graph
millions
with
of
this.
dollars
Um,
to shoot down.
Well, I'm exaggerating. It's only $2 million.
A hobby
Biden spent
okay,
$2
$2
million
million.
to shoot down a balloon. A cost estimate for the Pentagon's operation over Lake Huron. All right, so one operation. One balloon, $2 million.
$2 million.
Possibly
So we
$12
just
balloon
spent
cost $2 million to shoot down. So
$6
you
million
have,
dollars.
This component, the
blow up
AIM-9X,
balloons.
has 2 missiles fired. So a total cost of $885,000. You have the F-16, to fly the missiles to shoot these things down. 1 hour of flight, that's $188,000. That's a pretty good deal.
And you
Another
wonder
F-16,
why we
they
don't
sent
have
two
good
F-16s.
things. Seriously.
That's another $188,000.
Because if we have
Then you
good things, the government shoots it down.
KC-135, that's another sort of aircraft. $194,000. That's more expensive than the F-16. And you have the E-3. That's a whopping $495,000.
Oh my
Which
God.
you need these other. Because when you do a mission like
Oh
this to
my
shoot down a
God.
balloon, you can't just send 2 F-16s. You have to send 2 backup aircraft, surveillance aircraft.
We just let them
So that's the price
spend
tag. Of nearly
millions of
$2
dollars to
million
shoot down balloons,
But no
people.
apologies.
Come
No
on.
apologies.
No apologies.
No apologies. No apologies. We don't apologize for taking up balloons.
Well, of course we don't apologize, but we
Here's the
should
headline.
pay them
Sidewinder
back.
missile Biden used over Lake Huron cost over $450,000. And one of the missiles missed. So
we
military
wasted a
missed
missile, too.
unidentified flying object with first missile shot.
We
over Lake
we
Huron.
wasted a
General Mark
missile
Milley says.
shooting
Here
at
is Max Blumenthal.
a balloon.
An F-22, which cost $85,000 an hour to fly, used a $450,000 missile to take down a $12 hobby balloon belonging to the Northern Illinois Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade. Also, Biden could prove his manhood to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh,
I think
jeez.
that's it, yeah.
Michael Tracy says, so because of some weird political frenzy over alleged spy balloons, the U.S. military just fired a $400,000 Sidewinder missile that hit nothing and splashed right into Lake Huron. Makes sense.
We just
Here's
shot a
more
lake,
from
people.
Aviation Week. This is from
We
Tom
just
Medlin,
shot a
who's
lake.
retired FedEx engineer. He says, "I'm guessing probably they were Pico balloons." Medlin has 3 Pico balloons in flight in the northern and southern
hemispheres.
So this guy has firsthand knowledge of this. Aviation Week contacted a host of government agencies, including the FBI, NORAD, the National Security Council, and the Office of the Secretary of Defense for comment about the possibility of Pico balloons. NSC did not respond to repeated requests. The FBI and OSD did not acknowledge that harmless Pico balloons are being considered as possible identities for the mystery objects shot down by the Air Force. I have no update
Our
for you
UFOs
from
were
NORAD on
balloons,
these
people.
objects, a NORAD spokesman says.
Can you
balloons
not see that this
carry
circus
and
was
this is the payload. When
orchestrated
we talk
to
about
keep you
payloads, right?
distracted
Payload
from
usually
other
refers to, like,
stuff?
the bomb. Like, that's what you get when you
To
drop
keep
it. That's your
you
payload. So I guess for a balloon, it's
frightened
and the payload is an 11
and reactive.
tracker on
Can
a
you
tether,
not see this?
along with an HF and VHF, UHF.
Can you not see that all
antennas,
of this?
old school, to update their positions to ham radio receivers around the world. At
They're
any given
getting
moment, several
desperate.
dozen such balloons were aloft.
They're getting
with some circling the globe
desperate.
several times before they malfunction.
Yeah, but you guys keep falling for it. Everybody, oh,
We
the
gotta visit.
balloon,
We
the
gotta visit.
balloon, look at the
A balloon
balloon.
enthusiast
Like I
came in.
said,
Any
Macy's,
such
the
given moment,
Thanksgiving
several
Day
dozen such
parades are
balloons
going to be
aloft, with
nightmares.
some circling the globe several times before
Jesus.
they malfunction or fail for other reasons. The launch teams seldom recover their balloons. And check this out, the Pico ballooning community is nervous about the negative attention by some members of Congress and the White House who have called objects shot down at altitudes of 20,000 to 40,000 feet dangerous to civil aviation. This is a good point. Is the Pico ballooning community going to be demonized for this? Are they going to be, I don't know,
Oh,
rounded
have
up
the
and
balloons
arrested or
been
brought
all
before
that
Congress
much
to
of a
testify?
problem up till now?
think that's,
Seriously, we didn't even
a
freaking
fair
know they were
concern.
there.
So that's the latest update in the saga of the balloons.
The balloons.
And President
Ooh,
President
the
Biden makes no
balloons.
apologies for shooting them down.
Ooh, the
And I think it's
balloons.
important to also keep your balloons
Oh
safe.
my
Keep the
god.
balloons
Keep your
safe,
Pico
everybody.
balloons safe. Don't set them up there right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't let them take your
let's
balloons
not
away
go.
from your cold,
Let's
dead
seriously
hands.
not get distracted into that kind of bullshit. Really? Have we noticed the balloons yet? Have they been that big, that much of a big problem? There are clubs out there. This is a well-established thing. It's been around. Have you heard about it before? Has it been a problem? How many of these balloons have caused any disruption at all? Let's not go there. Let's not get that far into the fucking stupid weeds, okay? Seriously?
Palm Springs, Milwaukee, Nashville, Northampton.
It's falling apart. Oh, the real reason behind the Chinese spy balloon. Okay.
I'm Aaron Matte, sitting in for Jimmy Dore here with
This
American
is from
comedian Kurt Metzger, and we're talking
23
about
hours ago. I
the-
haven't seen this one yet.
not so spy balloon
But it's
that
the
China
spy balloon.
supposedly sent to the U.S. There's a big freak out. Politicians on both sides calling this a spy balloon, demanding actions. Anthony Blinken canceled his trip to China. There was a big crisis. It turned out, as we've just been covering, this was a weather
Turns out we
balloon
probably
that
owe
was pushed
money
into
some
the U.S. accidentally
money to
by a
some
weather
hobby
system.
group for a balloon.
But Republicans who pushed this idea that China was spying on the U.S. and stealing sensitive secrets are not giving up. So this is Senator Jim Risch,
How are they
the
stealing
Republican
sensitive secrets with
ranking
a
Republican on the Senate
balloon
Foreign Relations Committee.
that you could clearly
Did you
see?
get the information that you wanted, Senator?
many
Are you more
secrets were they
confused
gonna
than you were
get?
going into the briefing today? What can you tell us?
That they couldn't have gotten off
Well, I don't think I'm
Google
more
Earth.
confused. I'm like everybody else up here. It's really important that the nation hear from the President of the United States on this. And just as importantly, the world should hear from the President on this. Criticism I would have is they've been slow to react on this from the beginning. Look, this was an invasion of the United States by a balloon that belonged to the Chinese government.
Oh my God!
Yes, I can. Yes,
An
I can.
invasion of the United States
Yes, I can.
by a
Oh my God! We clip that. Oh yeah.
Did you get the information that you wanted,
Are
Senator?
we
Are you more
really that
understand you were going
wimpy?
into the
Seriously?
briefing today. What can you tell us?
Well, I don't think I'm more confused. I'm like everybody else up here. It's really important that the nation hear from the President of the United States on this. And just as importantly, the world should hear from the President on this. Criticism I would have is they've been slow to react on this from the beginning.
Slow to
Look, this was an
react to a
invasion of the
balloon.
United States by a balloon.
An invasion by a balloon. Oh, God.
When he said he wasn't confused, are you sure about that? Are you sure you're not confused?
I would,
I would feel so.
would be like, so what? I'm
I
getting
would feel so
phone.
stupid saying something like that.
We got invaded.
Oh, we got invaded by a balloon.
It's either a UFO or a balloon.
That would be one of those things I'd be laying awake
To
23
the
years from now.
Chinese government. It was sent in intentionally. It was spying
How
intentionally.
stupid can
We
you
know what
be?
it was doing.
Oh,
and
jeez.
It was sent in intentionally by a cold weather system.
Look at Neil Cavuto.
Yeah, the Chinese
Yeah, that's what it
orchestrated
was.
the weather to blow the
It is,
balloon
it was
exactly
wonderful.
where they wanted to. Have we?
obviously,
we've
that
gone over
deserves the
to
attention of
James
the
Bond
president
territory
in a very
now,
direct
people.
fashion.
This is
So,
bad.
given that, we all want to hear from the president.
Where's
Those
the president?
balloons don't. You can't steer them.
No, they didn't
It's a good
steer
question.
it. They
Yeah, certainly,
changed
once
the weather.
It didn't have the
Come
power to
on.
change course after it got pushed into the U.S. by that weather system. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is a balloon after all.
And the Chinese made it blow where
got
they
invaded by
wanted it
something without
to.
an
That's gonna.
navigation.
Isn't
If
it,
that's
like,
not the
more-
next
If you're gonna
thing.
get mad at China, like there's way more things you could find than that.
A
Like,
balloon? Yeah, I think so.
like someone microchips or like remember them phones were all bugged. Like,
Yeah,
They-
see,
they-
that's something
they have a
we're
massive
forgetting.
surveillance
China makes
apparatus,
all
so
our
there's a-
shit. What are we
definitely,
gonna do if we bomb them
balloon,
back
I
to the
agree, is
Stone
not at the
Age?
top of the list, but it is at the top of the list for these Republican politicians. Here's Congressmember Mike Turner, the chair of the House Intelligence Committee, and he was asked about the Biden administration shooting down these new objects, unidentified objects over Canada.
The Hobby Club balloons.
Are you glad that they were
Jeez.
that they shot down these two objects?
And I'll
Because,
say it again.
Obviously, you and other
We owe
Republicans
people
were
some
critical
money for those.
that the Biden team took as long as they did to shoot down the object
On
that was
top of
clearly
the
a
2
Chinese
million that or
spy
2
balloon.
million that we sent.
Sure,
that we
as I was saying,
spent
I
to
would
send
prefer them to be trigger
jets.
happy than
Come
to
on.
be permissive. But we're going to have to see whether.
Say hi to Bin Laden in hell, dude.
This is just the administration trying to change headlines. But what I think this
Oh,
shows,
is that
which
the
is probably
movie for
more
next
important to our
year?
policy
The
discussion here,
Pilots
is that
took out the
we really have to
balloon.
declare that we're going to defend our airspace, and then we need to
Ooh.
invest. What's become clear in the public discussion is that we don't really have adequate radar systems. We certainly don't have an integrated missile defense system. We're
And
going
you'll
to have
notice
to
they
begin to
defended
look
their
at the United
airspace
States
from
airspace
the
as
people.
one that we need to defend, and that we need to have appropriate sensors to do so. This shows some of the problems and gaps that we have. We need to fill those as soon as possible.
Let's
because we
spend
certainly
more
now
money on
ascertain there is a
bullshit.
threat.
So we don't have
Well, for the
balloons
balloon
invading us.
There it is. Fill the balloon gap, so we need even more
Fill
money
the
for
balloon
health because of a weather balloon that happens to get pushed into
Well,
the U.S.
I mean,
The
I
mine
trained
shaft
winded down
gap.
for them, and they're like, "This is the new."
balloon
Like the
gap.
impression I always get is, at first I'm like, "Well, I guess Republicans, they're like, we don't want this Ukraine, we want the war in China."
yeah.
So it's like a competing war. But then was it Mitch McConnell married to like the daughter of a influential Chinese shipping magnate or something?
Yeah.
And Republicans want both. They want the war in Ukraine, although there's a faction of Republicans that don't. But also they want to confront China too. So this is great for them, and that's why they're even trying to seize a weather balloon as a reason to expand the military-industrial complex even more. With so we need to get a missile.
We were invaded by a balloon. We need more
On
money.
balloons. I guess that's the proposal.
Oh my
I say take
God.
the balloon and stop a balloon. You're going about this wrong.
Here is Mark Esper, who is the former defense secretary, speaking to CBS.
There was a tweet from Senator Dan Sullivan of Alaska, and he said we need to reestablish deterrence with regard to the Chinese President Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party. Is the White House doing enough?
Well, I don't think they did enough.
No, they've got a balloon gap.
On the front end. I mean, clearly they did the right thing by shooting it down eventually as it entered the Atlantic Ocean. But we should have shot this spy balloon down as soon as it entered the United States airspace.
You called that one, Kurt? This was the point. We should have shot it down
Down the
immediately.
minute it
not
drifted
waited.
over our
What
landmass. The minute the
information did
wind
the
blew,
balloon
we should have shot it down.
receive that we
Based in the Aleutians and certainly over Alaska. And I think that, said something to the Chinese about
Like,
our
what were
ability
they
to
gonna see in
technically
Alaska?
detect the system
Moose?
or the political will we had to shoot it down. And I think that's what
political
Congress needs
will
to
to
do
shoot
in
down.
some ways as they have.
Oh,
You think we
jeez.
won't shoot
God.
blue, China? You want to play chicken?
Why are we still listening to these people?
You think I won't shoot a $500,000 missile at a
Seriously.
Find out what did we know, when did we know it, what was recommended, and why was the decision made to not
It
shoot
was
the
a balloon.
balloon down
It was a
until
freaking
after it traversed
balloon.
the United States. All these are things that I'm sure the Chinese are asking as well.
I can't wait for the hearings. Like, when did you know?
No,
about
the
balloon?
Chinese are
Did you notice
laughing
how
at
much
us.
that Lady Anchor's head looks like a balloon?
Chinese
That was
are
freaking out.
just
That was him in the middle of my
Doing what I'm doing.
It's like
Laughing.
painted features on a balloon.
Jeez.
So Republicans are seizing this to advocate more money in the military-industrial complex, but they're also seizing
Well,
on this
of
to
course.
fundraise for themselves. Check out this headline from Bloomberg. This is an invasion. Republican politicians are stoking outrage and raising cash.
We
over
were
the
invaded
alleged
by a
Chinese
balloon.
spy
Can we please
Ah!
have a monument built to this
Give me
moment
money.
of pulling this Chinese spy balloon from the water and making a statement to China?
Doing live stand-up comedy
Oh,
in Tempe,
this is
Palm
so
Springs,
sad.
Milwaukee, Nashville, Northampton, Massachusetts.
We have a balloon gap. God. This is so sad. Okay. I need to move along with my day. I may edit this, I may post it, I don't know. But oh my God, people, come on. A balloon? Really?